Good morning, students, 7th standard students. In this class, we are going to see about the geography lesson landforms. In the last class, we have learnt the surface of the earth, outside body of the earth. It is not same everywhere. It has variety of landforms. Many landforms are there on the earth. There are mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys, etc. Landforms are the result of two processes. How they are formed? Because of two processes. One is endogenic process and the another one is exogenic process. What are endogenic process? Endogenic process are internal process. It will lead to the upliftment of the surface of the earth. Upliftment or sinking of the surface of the earth. They are called as exogenic process. Endogenic process. So the landforms, they are formed because of two processes. One is endogenic process and the another one is exogenic process. Endogenic process, they are internal process. It will lead to upliftment and sinking of the surface of the earth. Now the second one is exogenic process. What are exogenic process? They are external process. It is nothing but continuous wearing down and again rebuilding of the surface of the land. That is called as exogenic process. Now we are going to see about gradation. What do you mean by gradation? That is nothing but it is a process to level the highlands, leveling of highlands through erosion, and also filling of lowlands through deposition. That is called gradation. Now we are going to know about the landforms which are created by river, glacial action and also wind action, and also about the sea wave. Now we are going to see that. Now first one, landforms. It is also known by two processes. One is weathering and the other one is erosion. What do you mean by weathering? That is nothing but breaking and falling into small pieces of the rocks on the surface of the earth. What is erosion? Erosion is nothing but wearing away of landscape by different agents like water, wind, ice and sea waves. Understood? That is called erosion. These eroded material, how it is carried? It is carried by water, wind, etc. Then lastly it will deposit it. Okay. Now we are going to see about river. The water flowing from its source to the river mouth. Water, it will flow from its source to river mouth. That is called as river. It will usually it will originate from a mountain. It will start from mountain or hill. The place of origin of the earth. That is called as the place of origin of the earth. That is known as source. What is river mouth? What is that? That river joins a lake or sea or ocean. That place is known as river mouth. Next paragraph. What is V-shaped valley? Running water in the river. It will erode the landscape. Then it will create steep-sided valley like V letter. That is known as V-shaped valley. Now we are going to see about what is waterfall. Falling of river water over a vertical step in the river bed. That is called waterfall. Example, many waterfalls are there. Example, Kutralam waterfalls across the river Chittar in Tamil Nadu. That is the best example. Some waterfalls are also there. Many waterfalls are there. The highest waterfall, Angel Falls of Peninsula. It is in South America. Niagara Falls. It is located between Canada and USA in North America. Then Victoria Waterfalls on the borders of Zambia and Zimbabwe in Africa. These are all the best examples of waterfalls. Now we are going to see about what is plunge pool. That is nothing but hollow feature at the base of waterfall. How it is formed? It is formed by cavitation. Alluvial fan. That is nothing but deposition of sediment. It occurs at where the river enters into a plain. They are foothills. Now we are going to see what are meanders. The river enters the plain. Then it will twist and turn. River, it will enter into the plain. Then it will twist and turn. Then it will form large bend. They are known as meanders. Example, near along the river Vellar, near Sethia-Thope in Kadalur district in Tamil Nadu. That is the best example. Now next paragraph. These are all the landforms. Okay. Because of continuous erosion and also deposition along the side of meander, the end of the meander loop, it will come closer and closer. Then it will cut off from the river. Then it will form a cut-off lake. That is known as Oxbow Lake. It is given in the picture. Okay. Now next paragraph. The river flood and it deposits layers of fine soil and other material. They are called as sediments. It will form a flat, fertile floodplain. It will raised banks. They are called as levees. Understood? The river approaches the sea. Speed of the flowing water, it will decrease. Then it will begins to break up into number of streams. They are called as distributaries. Okay. So the collection of sediments from all the mouth, it will form delta. Deltas are very excellent productive land. They have more minerals which will be suitable for cultivation. Example, Kaveri Delta, Ganges Delta and also Mississippi Delta. Now next one is about glacier. What is glacier? That is nothing but slow moving river of ice because of gravity. It may be grouped into what are they? Mountain or valley glacier and continental glacier. Now we are going to see about continental glacier. It will cover very big areas of continent with thick ice sheets. Example, Antarctica and also Greenland. Next, mountain glacier or valley glacier. Well, you know what do you mean by valley? A place between the two mountains. Mountain or valley glacier. It is a stream of ice. It will flow along the valley side. Okay. Example, Himalayas and Alps. Next, what is cirque? It is a glacially eroded rock basin, has steep side wall and steep head wall. Example, Kuril, Scotland. It is in Scotland and Car in Germany. Understood? Now the next paragraph. Next paragraph, cirque. Ice melts and filled up the cirque with water, and it will become beautiful lakes where in the mountains. They are called as Than Lake. They are rounded. Next one is Artis. Rounded landscape, it is transformed into, it will change into narrow, rocky and steep sided ridge. They are called as Artis. Look at the picture. Next, what is how U-shaped valley formed? It is found beneath the glaciers. It is deepened one and widened by the vertical erosion. These materials are carried out by the glacier. And lastly, the silt get deposited. These deposits, it will form glacial moraines. Understood? Now next one is wind. You are going to study about the wind. Active agent of erosion and deposition in the desert area is wind. In deserts, we can see rocks in the shape of mushroom. That is called as mushroom rock. Refer the picture. Mushroom rock picture, it is given. Winds erode the lower section of the rock more than the upper part. So rocks have narrow base and top side wider. Then isolated residual mushroom rock we have finished. Now about Inselberg. What is an Inselberg? That is separated, isolated residual hill. It will stand like a pillar top with rounded tops. They are called as Inselberg. Best example, it is in Kalahari Desert of South Africa. Understood? Now the next we are going to study about the sand dunes. When the wind blows, it lifts, it will up, and also it will transport sand from one place to another place. Then it will deposit in low hill-like structure. They are called as sand dunes. What are barkans? They are crescent-shaped sand dunes. Okay. So, now next one. Next one. The grains of sand, they are very fine and light. Wind, it will carry it very over long distances. Such sand deposit is deposited in large areas. They are called as sloughs. Example, large deposit they are found in China. Okay. Now what is coast? A part of land near the sea, adjoining near the sea. that is called sea coast. What do you mean by coastline? What is that? Seashore coastline. The boundary of coast where land and water meet. That is called coastline. Now the next one. We are going to see about sea cliff. Sea cliff that is nothing but they are steep rocks. How it is formed? When the sea waves dash against them. There cracks will develop. They will become larger and wider. Then hollow-like caves they are formed on the rocks. They are called as sea caves. Okay, look at the picture. You will be able to understand. Understood. Now the next one is sea arches. We are going to see what are they. Cavities of the sea caves, it will become larger and larger. Only the roof of the cave remains. They are called as sea arches. Understood. What are stacks? Erosion, it will break the roof. Only walls are left. They are called as stacks. Look at the picture. You will be able to understand. Now, what are beaches? You know about sea waves deposit sediments of sand and gravel along the coastal areas. It will form beaches. What is sandbar? That is nothing but deposition of sand or mud found in the sea almost parallel to the coastal area. Okay, now next one is we are going to see about lagoon. It is a shallow stretch of water partially or completely it will separated from the sea. Example, Silka Lake in Odisha and Pulikat Lake in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh and Vembanadu Lake in Kerala. They are the famous lagoons in our country. I think you all understood. We have studied about the landforms that is continuously landscape. It is continuously worn away by two processes. One is weathering and erosion. And major agents of exogenic forces we have studied: river, glacier, wind and sea waves. And different types of landforms we have studied. We have studied about the distributaries and also tributaries. About deltas we have studied. They are the excellent productive land with more minerals. And about glacier we have studied. That is nothing but slow moving river of ice. Then glacial deposition, moraines we have studied. Then wind, it is an active agent of erosion and deposition in desert area we have studied. About lagoons, everything we have finished. Okay, till this enough. Thank you.
Road.